Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast that makes learning English fun. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we explore another fascinating word. Today's word is clear. It's an A2 level adjective, and it means easy to see or understand. So, what does it actually mean to say something is clear? Well, imagine looking through a window. If the glass is clean and you can see everything outside without any difficulty, the view is clear. Or think about explaining something to someone. If you explain it in a way that's easy to follow, your explanation is clear. In everyday language, we use clear to describe things that are easily perceived, understood, or without obstruction. Now, let's delve into some synonyms for clear. One common synonym is obvious. For example, it was obvious that she was happy. Another synonym is unambiguous. We could say, the instructions were unambiguous, meaning there was no room for confusion. Another similar word is evident. For instance, his talent was evident from a young age. You can also use the word plain, like the answer was plain to see. Lastly, consider the word distinct. The sound was very distinct. All of these words share a similar meaning with clear, suggesting something easily perceived or understood. Now, let's look at some antonyms, words that have the opposite meaning. One antonym for clear is vague. Instead of saying the instructions were clear, you could say the instructions were vague, implying they were unclear and difficult to understand. Another antonym is obscure. For example, the meaning of the poem was obscure. We can also use ambiguous as an antonym. Her answer was ambiguous and left us uncertain. The word cloudy can also be an antonym, particularly when talking about visibility. Instead of a clear sky, you might have a cloudy sky. And finally, the word muddy can also express the opposite of clear, especially when talking about visibility, like the water was muddy. So, now that we have a good understanding of what clear means and how it relates to other words, let's talk about how we use it in everyday life. You might say, can you make the image clearer? When you're having trouble seeing something on a screen. Or, if you're giving someone directions, you might say, follow the road until you see a clear sign. You might also say, clear as day, to emphasize that something is very obvious. For instance, it's clear as day that he's in love with her. Here are some usage examples of clear in sentences and phrases. Clear the table before dinner. This means to remove everything from the table. The weather forecast is clear for tomorrow. This means the forecast predicts sunny weather. Is that clear? This is often said to ensure that someone understands something you've said. He has a clear understanding of the subject. This means he understands the subject very well. The path ahead is clear. This means there are no obstacles in the way. Speak in a clear voice. This means to speak loudly and distinctly. I need a clear explanation. This means the explanation needs to be easy to understand. Keep your mind clear. This means to avoid stress and distractions. We can also use it as a verb. Clear your throat before you speak. Or clear the room. So, to summarize the word clear, an A2 level adjective means easy to see or understand. We explored synonyms like obvious, unambiguous, evident, plain, and distinct, and antonyms like vague, obscure, ambiguous, cloudy, and muddy. We also looked at several ways to use clear in everyday conversations and phrases. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode clear and helpful. Your support helps others find our show, so please consider subscribing to the podcast and leaving a review. It really makes a difference. Now, for your challenge, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word clear and share it as a comment under this video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning and keep your English clear. Bye for now.